Yeah. Ooh, don't press the red button. Beep. Ah! I'll explain why he's screaming. Ah! Me. Yes, we're here once more in the Kerbal Space Program. To do fine thing and get the space Kerbal to space. This is Kerbals from Kerbal. This is very good. But yes, we are still trying to get to space. We tried planes. They strangely didn't work. I'm not sure why, but they did not work very well. If we actually manage to pull off the moon stunt in plenty of time, I will probably... Because there's no campaign missions, there's sandbox, there's no missions for this. But if we pull it off here, and that's going to be the main aim for the stream, this, to be honest, until it gets more down the line, and it starts, producing the full content. We hit the moon. Yeah, I'll be able to chat on that. We'll see if we come back and do the, try hitting Mimos. That's right, I launched this thing. Uh-oh. Oh, crumbs. Huh. Let's just go to load gaming. Is there one like, I'll say, fly safe, I think All-Save 2 is the one before that, so we might be able to pull off recovering our ship before it takes flight. Otherwise we have to unfortunately kill poor Valentina. Yep, there you go. Am I still flying away from the Kerbal state? Kerbal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, we're still going away from Valentina. Let's just go for a water landing. It shouldn't be too bad. We have gears. Go, go, good man. So Santa, go ahead and cry. I mean, that plane does look pretty good, actually. down quite a bit, so we should... There's also air brakes you can put on, which I didn't bother to think about on actually, now that I think about it. I really should have put on air brakes. Come on, give me some light. Push. Okay. Yep. Vessel recovered, revert to launch. It seems if you do the save state thing, it sort of cancels out the idea that the game's there's a ship in progress. Anyway, we saved Valentina. We managed to get her home safely, so yay. We're going for the moon. This is a ship we built. We want none of this. We have 3 kerbals in here. Oh, let's have multiple kerbals here. We're gonna have multiple people on the moon. Also, I found out you hold the middle mouse button and he goes up and down. That's awesome. That's one thing I was complaining about. Well, technically the real big objective would be to get to the moon and back. Not gonna happen. In fact, we're gonna be lucky just getting to the moon. We fix a large pod so we can have yeah, we're gonna have 3 of them. See, there's always 10. This is like sandbox mode, so they just constantly be fired in. So technically our main goal would be to get to the moon and back. Well, I suppose we could set up for the moon and back. Oh, that's the wrong size. We'll also need a disconnector, because we don't want them to remain coupled. Sex separator here. We don't want them to remain, hooked up to each other. Stabilizer for the small reaction wheel, not that bad option to be honest. That's the bigger one, that's would sit on the ear. Yep, we'll have that. It's a little bit more weight. But we'll have that. And I put a new thermal thing on. Good. Let's connect it up. Excellent, we have an engine. Okay, now something I didn't actually look at when I was looking at these things, I didn't actually think to look at how effective they are. So the burn time. See, I also the max thrust and all that. Their burn time in vacuum is 100. That one is 100. See, these are more, that's like bigger thrust, but it's also much more reduced. They have less thrust. They have less burn time. That's pretty good. Go with his burn time. He's got better burn time. He's a good burn time in vacuum. 340. 307, so he's Atmosphere? Not so good. But in space, plenty of burn, and for what we want, being a moonshot, moon landing, we don't really need a lot of punch. No, these are just gigantic. But we don't need a lot of punch when landing on the moon. I mean, 6 would... well, they'd hold on. They would hold on to save their lives. See, legs extended. Yep, that's good. Good, decent span. You want them to come out lower than your engine block. Give them a chance to actually land. And I know 6 does seem like a bit of a... well, there's a lot of things there. Our weight thrust ratio is pretty dire at the moment. So let's stick in another stack separator. Mostly because they go... poof. These things kick off from each other and they stop that thing. Also gotta make certain that this thing, fuel crossfeed on, off. We do not want the fuel to be fed from one side to the other. Now we can stick in some big old clunky dunk fuel tanks. A lot of weight? Yes. But there's a reason for it. We'll take 4, because that's more than sufficient for what we want next. Always stick your wings on before you stick the next bit, otherwise you're the pain in the butt. Maybe many's too much. Small, but they'll still get the job done. I mean, you just need them there to stabilize them, to be honest. This got med thing, so we want something of good, long, decent burn time, and that's actually one of the best burn times in orbit as well, to be honest. So that goes on there. So we've got 2 of those, one top, one bottom. Now we get the decouplers, because we want those. Wow. Now one thing I do actually wonder is if you can put 2 of these on, if you put them in alignment, if they'll actually connect to each other. But before I used to do these, I had to like only have 1 in because, you know, they did not like to connect to each other. No matter what I did. And do that and see if they actually hook up to both points. If they do, happy days. If they don't, annoyance. Yeah, that's exciting. Okay, we got them. Now for the engines we want... well, we're going for the big boys. I mean, that would be interesting to launch. I mean, in vacuum it burns for 1,000 seconds. That's a long burn time, actually. That's 900. Jeez. That is actually a lot of... that is a lot of burn time. That burns for like for ages. Damn, these things are probably almost a shame. And they just need hydrogen. Is there anything else in the hydrogen tanks, or just literally hydrogen? No, they hold literally nothing but hydrogen. But no, they just hold hydrogen and they get a massive burn time. Damn. Okay, it says weight, mass, med 9 tons. But it holds 10. there's only 2.5 tons of actual material metal around it. The rest of it is hydrogen. No command pod and no parachute. Yeah, that's fine. Yes, it couldn't thrust itself off the ground if it wanted to. That's what these are for. Okay, these are... Yeah. Now there's the main body. Yeah, they're on the main body, not the thing. So it looks like these are still the case of... Don't know if they're actually connected to each other. Who knows? But I just put a lot of thrust in. You might want to update yourself, mate. Because that ain't gonna be... Because those guys, that's a lot of thrust. And I do mean a lot of thrust. What's good about a parachute on, just in case I actually manage to get it back home? You can put these on and it's like fly by wire. So if you don't have any pilots, you can just like put those in and it'll command itself. You can fly them from the ground. Oh, has something decided to adjust itself? Yes, 1.79. Trust me on that, it'll produce more than that. A lot more. Put those on so they make them aerodynamic so they can't drag. And then stick some structural support on to give some rigidity to it. I always like to staple these things together. That these become a single structure, and they'll hold the support on and the rockets nicely. Okay, that will actually net us an absolute ton of thrust. Right. Let's see. Couple things. Yep. TS5, 25's got thrust fuel turned on, turned off. That's good. Just because I want to make something actually electric and remain functioning for the trip upwards. Gonna put some solar panels on so it sort of gather some energy while it's all going. Now we don't have to keep the burn going for as long. Because that can happen, you can run out of energy and then you can't, it's really hard to actually control your vehicle. But that should be good. I've got some stability, I've got a monumental amount of thrust. I do mean monumental. The hard part might just be landing, to be honest, but... Hey ho, let's go! Ready to fly? Here are a few pointers. Thank you for telling me flight control. Time adjustment. Staging. Okay, this is all the way up here, so it should be fine. That's there, so it should be true for a while. That's there, that should be disconnected from there. I'll know if this is going, if I check this one and its fuel's going down. If his fuel depletes, I know it's wrong. Tim C. German, Handblaze Gun, Jebediah. nighttime launch too, so... Come on, Alice. That's not burnt in virtually anything there. We've got 2,000 frost still. They don't tell me the time. Before you tell me the time allotment of how much fuel you got left. Time you got left on fuel. We're heading straight up, so north-south ain't gonna mean much to us. Dark side of Kerbal, the new doomsday talent goes. Not an issue really, because yeah, let's still accelerate. We've only got halfway through the fuel, fuel, and we are already halfway through stage 2. We will be getting past stage 3 shortly. So this will actually accelerate because they become more efficient the further out they get. You can't stop these things once they get going. They keep going at full force until they hit the end. Out of atmosphere. Into stratosphere, surface, orbit. That's like accelerating it. We'll be well over 2,000 before we get anywhere near the orbit. Whoa, what the? What has happened? We just like blinked out of existence. What was that? We just blinked out of existence. That launch was picture perfect. And we blinked out of existence. Trajectory change now. There you go. It's not much what I just did, but we're going off at a slight angle now. So I was going straight up, but now going that way. You'll see the effect when we go to this map. See, at the moment, before we were heading straight up, but now because we've gone that, not by much of a degree, but we're now actually pushing sidewards. I feel like we're going counterclockwise to Kerbal. That may be the wrong direction to push. I'm going to watch it from here this time. I'm not going to go into first person back to camera mode until I'm in space and we're dedocking the first one. It is altering that now. We're now in orbit. We lost a little bit of speed, but our engines that we've picked are good orbital engines. Okay. We're going to just keep going for a little bit, let them settle. Our ship's settled, so our point is here, all the way up here. Yes, go away, go away. It's 6 minutes to get there, so... Let's do that again. There we go. Let's have a save. Let's just save. We have plenty of fuel. So see, given that orbit trajectory, we want to... We are going to be at 400,000 here. So we need to... We've got 3k in fuel. This is literally the part of the shuttle that is designed to. Come on, a little bit more. That one's not quite far enough for my liking. Okay. Get us in maneuver coordinates now, please. Taking this little bar down here just means the staging timeline. So it'll go. If it goes to red, that means you run out completely on the staging. So not a little. So you kind of want to ignore this bar because it is not the burn time requirements. I'm going to turn on RCS to allow them to stabilize the orbit a little bit better. I didn't do the weird thing where it locked onto the other thing and didn't actually track the Kerbal pod going up. According to that, we are correct point. That'll have us at 1052 thing. 1 point. Yeah, really weird angle on that one. Where's Mun anyway? Mun. Set target. we've gone on a way bit of a canter, so we need to ourselves more straight. Otherwise, we'll hit the moon like a really weird angle. It makes it easy to catch if you're more in line with the target you're aiming for. You're matching their orbit. We're not going to wait 2 minutes. There we go. We're in the right location. We are 400,000 up. So we do have plenty of time to correct ourselves should something go screwy. Okay. 20 seconds. 19. 18. I used to do a timer for this. Before I used to say, oh, best time is to go for a burn before, a couple of seconds before. And so you got half and half it. But considering it's not telling me a stop time, these are having to be a bit more trusting on the old. Three, two, one. We're not near the apex of our thing yet, so... Well, he's going full tilt on this thing. We just went up time by 2 times speed. Apex is all the way over here, still. And they're still climbing, so... back into the tiny look alignment here. It's alright, 2 times speed, because the ship still moves. When you go 4 times speed, it gets freaky and it just decides it doesn't want to do it anymore. It's a long burn. I mean a long burn. It's going to cost us 2,000 in fuel, but... Feed is off. No, not telling me the fuel tanks, which I've got fuel in them. I think I need to go to these two are still happily, this thing says not. I think a little bit when I'm going to do the experiment just now, just a little bit out, but they are indeed not cross-feeding, so. Okay, that's a bit weird. Okay, we've gone off course a bit. This way, our projected outline is going to throw us all the way over there. I think we're going to stop before we get that far, I think. Well, annoying, we've got 7 minutes. So I'm just going to watch the thing, to be honest. I'm going to do something. I'm going to watch this thing, but I need this to make off all the few things, I'll deal with it. Okay, where's it going? Yeesh, I've got a lot of fuel. Let's just speed time a little again. Keeping my eye on that so I can adjust time back down. Not entirely sure why my burn pattern's all the way over there. That's right, I might just abandon the burn time. Apparently I'm going to meet that in 1 second. You know what, I'm not entirely 100% happy with the burn, with the engine going on here. Great amount of fuel, that's no problem, but the problem is at this stage we don't have... I mean, we're still flooring it, but we're not anywhere near the projected lines. not dropping. These are not dropping very quickly. This is a burn time that should not have happened. I messed up. Messed up that thing. But that's okay. With the power of adjustment, I am forcing this into a natural orbit. There you go. With the power of adjustment, I force us into orbit. Okay, my target, the moon, over there, is 171 degrees. We need to adjust these. Now this is much easier. The closer that gets to 180, the better. Come on. Nope. There we go. At 180, we're not going like that, we're literally going up and down here. We're not accelerating in either direction, towards the planet or away from it. We are just literally tweaking our orbit. So that we, shift our plane, otherwise when we try to do the jump, our trajectory is going to be like down here. And it might just catch the very bottom of the moon's territory. Just. Now this only costs us at 200, so, and 79, so it's a lot quicker burn here. This is a lot cheaper burn. Aloha. I know I can do the control here, going whoop, 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 but I like controlling it with my old controls, which is the keyboard. ZX, shift and control. You know, before I go for a thing, I might just do an EVA with one of these guys, like, whee! Out the door. See, that red line is our burn window. Three, 2, 1, burn. We're not very fast even at the best of times, so it's still going to take a minute to do this, but notice our line is shifting upwards. We are tweaking our orbit so that we are in we are tweaking our orbit to be more like this. I don't mind if it's not 100% 180. I don't mind if it's not 180 exact, but we're gonna get it pretty close. It's actually a good rocket design if you can get the orbital kerbal and to the moon on the same engine, on the same fuel tank. Because the more that you save, the better. Right. All of it's almost in alignment. See how massive difference we are now from when we started. Our burn will finish in 15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close enough. 179. Close enough. Now, if we want to go make this one, we could shoot it here. Try and shoot for the moon here, but we'd have to burn really hard to try and push it out. Anything we do at this end will extend the AP out first. Because this is essentially a slingshot. And all we want to do here, it's daftly enough, not blue, nothing to red. All we want to do is for a little green. You're just after the PE or just before the PE. That's all I want to do. I want to hit the accelerator and push out to the moon's orbit. We hit that. Boom. Job's a good one. Now you can adjust this if you want to target a bit better. See, if we do it to here. See, notice amount of. We should be able to actually catch it sooner. But it looks like that gives us the best orbit. Why don't tell me about the intercept thing? You should have a button around here telling you about the intercept location. But I don't seem to be in the game anymore. No intercept. Why this amount of intercept is there? You go too far forward, you miss it. About there, we'll catch it. Intercept 1, intercept 2. We're going that way around, so the moon's not going to be there. It might take a few cycles. Target intercept 1, target intercept 2. If we really want to catch it, that's... Yeah, we'll do the burn there. Then we can accelerate even further. I wanted to hit that just now to see if I'm trying to push it out, but... At the moment, intercept 1, intercept 2 will miss it quite a bit. Because the first time intercept will be here, we'll be there and they'll be there. Second time round, they'll move to there and we'll be here. However, eventually, we'll hit in orbit. Our orbits will intercept. Regardless of what happens, we'll intercept. Not going to hit each other. That's just shy. Okay, 5 and 19 looks like it's going to be the daily magic number. You don't want to hit go to target, and you don't want to hit go away from target, because will try and shoot you straight at the planet at the moment. And quite often that gets you wrong, because the target is moving. There was a feature where you could turn on the velocity compared to you, compared to target. You want target when you are aiming to dock with somebody. When it's a docking procedure, you want the target selected. You want it to have a velocity to target, because it will tell you your relative speed to the target. Which is fine, because when you first want to stabilize your orbit to the target, match yourself as best you can. Then you want to slow down to match your speed. Make your speed identical to the target's. So when you get within like 15 kilometers of it, then you want to hit on the brakes. Beep, beep, beep. That'd be annoying after too long. But yeah, you want to sort of hit the brakes and bring yourself to target. Seems to be the target. 2. Oh, that green line just means wait, tick, tick. 1, tick, boom. Regardless, we are in acceleration mode. RPE isn't going to change. Our projected one anyway. AP on the other hand is going to be quite some distance. That AP is going to be very far away. At the moment, like in 100,000, it's like KMs, so thousands of me. And going to switch over to KM shortly. Yep, 1 KM. 11 KM, 1100,000 kilometers. 100,000 meters. Or should I say 1,000 meters? Yeah, we're at 100,000 before. I think we actually go to 1 million. I think this is technically 1 million. I don't know why it's KM at this point. It should have been KM a while ago. Funny thing is, we still have tons of fuel. All those things done the mass probably. Apparently this engine only requires a minute and a bit burn. But this should rocket ahead quite quickly. Start going around this bit, it should start going. This is wrong, I'm going to be annoyed and I'm going to rejig this whole thing. That's not suspended anywhere near as far as it should have by now. I got full burn going. Get to a certain stage and it like goes really far. The speedometer just goes nuts. 37 seconds longer. That's fine. We're way above the ground. Quite some margin. Our lowest point was 171,000. There it goes. We're not going to hit Moon this cycle round. It's going to take probably a few cycles before we hit the Moon. But we will still have plenty of fuel in this tank to hit the brakes and pull us back into orbit. 3, 2, 1. Bing. Overshot. There we go. We're still miles ahead here, so it's going to tell it to zoom. No, we'll do a quick warp point to our AP, just to show where we'll actually be when we get there. Yep, Moon's lost. Whee! Point 1. I2, 1 there, I2. That's Mimos. He's further out than the one we're currently aiming at. So if I go to here, so IP1, look, the trajectories are altering. Because the Moon is going around. It is travelling around. It's just going to take a few days for us to actually hit the damn thing. Maybe 2, so next one cycle should put it here. Here and here. Slowest point. Entering. Yeah, all of a sudden this is a... We're suddenly going to have a situation where we're going to batter into something. Target thing, but this one all of a sudden isn't entering. And because of that trajectory, we'll smack straight into it. Warp to here, because he's going to be there. We're still... how far out? Our AP is fine still. So let's warp over to the next thing. Whee! Right. Show our trajectory, because that's... it's telling us that we are actually on course to hit it. Because we are nearing his orbit. We're crossing into his gravitational plane. So we want to look at retrograding this, or... actually no, hold on. Switch back to that for now, because we might actually just have to alter trajectories. Okay, a little bit. I'm going to zip ahead a little bit. We are now in the moon's gravitational pull, and yeah, going to this, we're going to go straight into the planet. Huh. We might want to adjust our heading a little. That's better. Then we want to just do a little bit of braking. Oh, that just cuts us on that, but that's fine. We are 790. Hits. Just because for safety precautions. Yeah, still go 100,000 meters up, but we've got 19 minutes for our ship to turn to angle, turn when it needs to turn, because we are going to plow straight into the planet at this rate. Going to the Naviball, if we keep going our current course, we go smack straight into it. Aloha Eta! Hehe! Fly safe! If we kept on our current course, we'll go splat. Ship go splat. Whee! So, yeah, we are currently pointing at the moon. Travelling straight at the moon. So, yeah, if we don't change course, we're going to plow into the thing. I mean, we technically want to, but you tend to want to actually go into an orbit before you try actually hitting the thing. Saves a lot of braking. Thankfully, we're not that close to the moon that we can do a little shimmy change to alter our trajectory. We've got 2-minute burn cycle, but hopefully we'll swing in orbit. Yeah, following tracking orbit, that's good. If it doesn't work, at the very least we'll hit the brakes. Be able to hit the brakes and go for a landing. We'll kick off the bottom half and go for a landing. Straight up rather than trying to actually adjust. I'm not entirely sure why we haven't okay, we should really just be in orbit. That should have yeah, we were not pulling in the orbit. According to the trajectory map thing, we should have been. We'll have to swap to burn 2, stage 2. Or stage 5 I should say. But that should have put us in orbit. We should be near orbit, not... Not sure what happened there. I think I've noticed that sometimes. Sometimes the game's thing doesn't actually give you the right burn. I mean, here's the maneuver. I'm going to trust this thing again. I'll wait till I get to within the time burn location. So we should be like going like that and like altering our path to go this way. For some strange reason, it did not alter. If it didn't alter this time, we're just going to hit the brakes. Slow ourselves down. We'll get close. Jettison our lower half. And hit the brakes. 2. Now that's better. That time. Okay, our thing's going screwy. They're trying to get to the target. Trying to hit the target, but it's just going all over the place. Okay. That is just going wrong in every sense of the word. Let's see how we alter doing this, just doing it this way. Okay, radial in. That's throwing us that way, so we'll go left, right, so we have distance. It's going to be a while before we hit the planet. You know, like we're rolling constantly. So they can't handle what we're actually trying to do, so it's going constantly in different directions. Okay. We'll just go for straight up landing. Bye bye. You're just going screwy. You know that? Absolutely screwy. You're going all over the place. You couldn't line up straight whatsoever. You kept on going wee around the thing. The targeting coordinating didn't stay locked onto the right target. Not sure entirely what was going on there, but we were just all over the place. It wasn't staying put. It just refused to stay in the correct orbit. So we'll just line up with the stop thing, go home thing. Yeah, talk enable, talk to talk mode. Oh, SAS only. Maybe that was throwing it off. Sometimes the things will wappy on you. Right. So we want to time warp to here. Keeping an eye on the ground because we're 700 kilometers up. Are we actually seeing pace for our backside? I think our backside's nearby. Yeah, they're a long way away. Parachutes are useless. Don't even try using a parachute trying to land on the moon. I've seen people try it and it never works. Mostly due to the fact that there's a moon and there's no atmosphere which to catch the parachute with. Now we are still massively far away from the moon. Like, 400. I'm gonna make sure you activate. We just messed up completely, like, whee! But yeah, we decided to activate the engines ourselves. We can manually just turn them on. Alright, we're still well off above the ground. Solar. We can't deploy solar. We haven't got solar panels. Well, we have got solar panels, they're just stick-on ones. They're not unfoldy ones. We are massively above orbit still. 194. That's in km. Just point out, that is km. Okay, when you start hitting the point where it's saying only on 82,000 on the other hand, that means you're actually coming back into the ground, back towards the ground again. Status off. Oh, there you go. Not sure why that was not done them before, but apparently it's not. It decided to bug out on me. Bum, bum, bum. We're going to get to sort of 20,000, 20k before we start actually trying to slow ourselves down properly. 20k is still a long way up. We are also going on the dark side of the moon, so it's going to be a little annoying. I was going to try and land on the light side. $40,000. This burns for quite a while for great fuel efficiency. Yeah, I started burning now because we're still traveling at 600 meters a second here, and we're at 30k, so. Back home. Questionable. Those mess ups with the thing were a bit costly on the whole fuel meter. Granted, we were going to be burning up a lot of fuel anyway. Getting into this bit, but you know. Again, we're still hundreds of thousands off here, so. Empty target though. Also, the engine's having a little bit more effect now that we're in closer to the planet. So 10,000. 9,000. We don't want to slow down too much, or it's going to throw our thing all over the place and we'll actually accelerate away from the planet. So it'll go screwy, getting close to the planet's surface, it'll go ooh, and just go screwy. At 5%. Until something goes to the ground quick, we're just doing it much slower. And I'm increasing the amount of burn time we've got because I'm slowing the amount of fuel I'm using. Ground's coming up quick. So let's just race this thing down, see if we get our you almost want to come to a stop, to be honest. And then like cut the thing and then gradually speed up a little bit and then cut the fuel again. For the moment we are going very slowly to the ground. We've got like 4,000 feet to go, meters to go. So we want to sort of curb the amount of speed at the speed how much is going up. Just enough to slow it down, so we want to hit about 10 at best, maybe 9. There goes our landing gear. It swapped that because we're no longer thing. 2,000. See, I'm being in 20 ourselves. Now, hopefully we're not going to crater, which was a little annoying. See, we're going down very slowly. So we get the slow that countdown's going to get. We don't want to go too slow. Oh, it'll take forever to land on the full moon. Too fast, however, and we run the risk of it kicking us off the ground. Getting a kick off. So I am literally watching the pedometer, the altimeter here, very carefully. I'm praying like hell they got correct collision on this thing. Now we could probably get off ground and head back to home, depending entirely on how much fuel we have. Again, I like to adjust this, keep this manually adjusted, so I don't want to go above 20. Otherwise I've got to put more fuel out in order to slow us down again. Same time, you don't want to be being close to 10, close to 2 while you're still 1,000 up. You can almost stop the engines for a little bit. They accelerate quickly, but we can curl that up. Then a quick boom to slow us down a bit more. Get us down to those lovely low digits. Seven, 6, 5, 4. At this speed, it would take actually forever to land. But we would land with a gentle. Sometimes it's a trick. You want to sort of get yourself just low enough on the fuel throttle that you can't. Because the closer we get to the ground, the more effective our engines are going to get. Because we're going to have more kickoff. At the same time, if you want to be as close to 1 when you hit the ground, and you just like cut the engine and let the ship stabilize itself. Hopefully we're not in a ditch on a slope. That would be horrendous. We'll fall flat on our faces, even with my 6 legs. Now it's wobbling like that because it's trying to offset itself, because we're going down and we're trying to go against the flow of the planet. $300 up. Almost to ground. Plus a few meters because we've got to watch out for our own ship's size. Handy tip, always remember your own ship's size. I think it's measuring to here, not to here. But yeah, we are nice and slowly coming down. We're still 200 meters up, but we are slowly getting there. I can't see a plume underneath us yet, so we're not at the bottom. You see a plume, you're near the bottom. You sort of cut your engine at that point. Don't thrust go full power, otherwise you will absolutely knock yourself flying into the air again. And defeat the whole purpose of trying to land on the moon. No, whoa. Too much thrust will increase our speed, we'll actually take off. We'll be accelerating, not decelerating. A bump at 1 meters per second ship will handle it, no problem. Landing gears, no problem. You sort of want a light daytime landing though, because a lot easier to see what the ground is. We can't see the ground right now. But we are 98, 97, 96, 95, 94, 3, 2. I'm giving my appeal for underneath us. Because that'll show we're getting close. When you start lighting the ground up, you're getting close. Stable 1.3 meters per second. 1.2. We was getting close, so it's a little more kick off. I am super cautious here. If we flop now, it'll be disastrous. That's it. Stable. Stabilize. I can't see where we are. But I think we're on the side. Or our side. That's why I put 6 legs on. Come on, little ship. You can do it. I believe in you. I can't tell which ways are actually up. Up. I don't think the ship can actually tell me to go up. Oh, I think we're landed. Let's zoom out to... Can we get back into the sunlight now, please, so I can actually see the disastrous position we are in? We're trying to get up. I don't know if it's trying to get us up. It'd be nice if we slowly like go whoop and actually manage to knock ourselves straight again. Are we going to be in the daytime or not? Mun, rotate already. Wait. Come on. There we go. Whee! We know which way the sunlight is, we know which way the west. Never mind. Sunrise. It's trying its best to stable out here. That's west. But yay, we're here! That's it. A little more. A little more. A little more. There we go. There we go. There. Parked. We've parked! We're on the moon! We've made it! We've done it. We're kerbals on the moon. Oh, I didn't put any ladders on this thing, so I can't. We got space jet so we can be able to get in and out. Okay, who's you can EVA. Hello. EVA. My jetpack. Woo! Let's go. Enough. Why are they floating off the ground still? But hey, we're coming down. Eventually. Ah, dope, dopa, 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 dope, dope, dope. Hello. We plant a flag. We'll call it. Made it. With exclamation marks. Oh. Oh, exclamation marks. Boo. We made it! We made it. Yeah, baby, we made it. Yeah, you smell. We see a photo up, you know. Sit there, the moon, the ship just sat there, you know. Looking at the moon, sun, burning our eyeballs, watching the dawn. Okay. For my next stunt, let's see if we can get home. Hello. Oh, the night out there?
Bit cold, really.
Oh. What's the weather like?
Bit dry.
Oh. Okay. For my next trek, I have to accelerate a lot. And then hope I've got enough to decelerate for here. So, full power. Now that's all we've got enough fuel to get off the planet. Now this is a lower gravity, so it will actually accelerate a lot faster up here. But we need to be hitting like... That needs to go up and out of the moon's orbit. Then we've got to pray we've got enough to decelerate to actually get us back to make us land back on Kerbin. Do you think I can save fuel for a bit? Get a little higher? Get a little higher up the thing? I know it seems like daft, but it'll save fuel. Get there, and when we're far away, far from the planet, it'll give us more buff because our engine will be in the vacuum state, so we take less, use less. That's how far we gotta go. If we reach there, we escape the orbit of the moon. I think. giant AP is way away now, so... Well, yes, we should be far... There we go. It just took a little bit to recalculate our thing. We are now out of trajectory for the moon. In fact, the moon won't come back here until here, in 26 days. Now, we actually slow down here. I mean, we're not going to get to our AP for... quite a while. In fact, the AP is almost far enough out that we'll hit Mimos. Now, if we get to here and put a thing of hitting the... I don't know how much fuel we've got. Yeah, it's bugged out. We have no idea what our fuel cost is. So we're going to time up to about here-ish. We are slowing down. Actually, we'll move a little bit further out. Because they want to hit retrograde. We'll hit retrograde. And you know what, just see how slow we can make ourselves. If we don't make it home, we'll hit the moon again eventually. Then we'll crash. But we are pretty far out, so yep, that's by the out close to the moon. We're only using 50% power, so we're not actually burning quick fuel here. Our orbit is also 5. Still freaking out now. Can we get closer to the ground? Good. Okay, that's not too bad. Still 1 kilometer out though. We can just burn enough to get into kilometer range. They haven't built the compartment or grab your hand close system yet in this game, so we can't grab ourselves. We need that PE to be less than 90. Why? Because we can then... That'll do. That'll do. We can friction burn. Bye, moon. We can come down. We can friction burn. We're going to put you in a different slot. In fact, we're going to make a new slot and put you over there as well. Hey, now we can actually see how much AP we had. Now we are set to come in on a very steep orbit here. But we're also retrograding. And this is exactly why I put on the heat pads. The heat thing, the heat shield. So we can get rid of that bit, hit the thing and just shield friction, create as much friction as possible to force us into a slower orbit. We are coming down at over 2,000 miles per hour. But no! Okay, yeah, we're not going to go slow our asses down that much. But we are definitely making ourselves a lot closer. We thought we'll be in stopping in like the 100,000s. And then we're actually entering the orbit. If this is successful, I'm going to be happy. Granted, we're coming in at 3,000, which is a little fast. I'd have definitely liked us to be coming in a lot slower than 3,000. Come on. I don't want to go any faster, because we'll plow straight into it by the time I realise we're there. See, we're technically not set to actually land, because we're not thing, so if this only shaves us off, doesn't stop us completely, it'll shave off speed. And I've done this before. I've actually made it so that friction burns, so we've actually slowly shaved off more and more speed as we're going down. To the point at which the ship couldn't escape orbit anymore. It couldn't maintain the speed. Now, atmospheric burn, we're not going to get very far, I'm afraid. Yeah, we're going to run out of fuel in 3, 2, 1. Still 48,000, so we're well in orbit. Coming into the atmosphere, but we're still like 4 kilometers out. And we're coming in at over 3,000 miles a second here. We're doing about 3k right now. So we're not exactly coming at this at a speed we really want. But notice our speed is our orbit is decreasing, as is our exit orbit, because we are getting slower. We have got friction going on. We're in the upper atmosphere, but we are just close enough to get a little bit of friction here. Hi, Kerbin. We jumped to save our lives, but unfortunately our parachutes don't work at this altitude. And apparently we didn't get given out at parachutes. Now see, we're still, unfortunately, not slow enough. We're still coming through here way too fast. But that's dropping like a rock. So we ain't gonna, unfortunately, slow down enough this cycle to be able to come back into Kerbin, because we're too fast. So yeah, I'll technically see, but unfortunately our PE is a little too high still. Sadly, it's going to be another 2 hours before we come back into this thing again. However, we are slowing down. Whee! I ain't got any engines running. So we have 48,000, so we're not low enough to actually cause friction burn, atmospheric burn. I haven't noticed that thing in the game. Heat things need to be put in. But that is coming closer and closer as we slowly try to get out of the Kerbin's orbit. Let's go to 7 speed. We are actually going very slowly out of orbit again. It's going to take a while. This is getting slower, but lower, but it's not moving ahead of us. We're still too fast. So you notice that's starting to go up again? That's stop, and that countdown stopping. As is that one. Why? Because we are back in orbit again. So we'll go to our AP. Time warp over here. Whee! Now we are still going at 800, but that is a far cry from what we were doing earlier. And this has dropped, so we'll actually come closer to the atmosphere now. Like, how does it get a proper accuracy thing here? I want to get as close to as quick as possible. There we go. We're still doing 2,000 miles is it? Yeah, still doing a range of 2k, but it won't be that for very long because we are going to get closer. The closer we get to our see, we're at 93,000, 90,000. Once we hit the low 80, we should start getting some atmospheric braking going on. I mean, I could technically put air brakes on to slow us down, but I think they did break off at this sort of speed. So that should, when we hit the atmosphere correctly, so less than 80k, I think. So this is our fastest point. This is where we're going the fastest. But the closer we get to the 40k, we should start seeing our AP drop again. This is a very slow way of braking. This is what you need to do if you're not sure you don't have enough fuel. Try to get within just inside the atmosphere. If you can get to just under 70, or just under 60, even if you're going at 3k, you should get atmospheric friction at the lower to upper atmosphere region. You should start getting friction, and it should literally slam on the brakes for you. So essentially, this is one of the tricks you can do if you want to, if you're not sure you've got enough fuel to actually get home. Hit the brakes. Or more accurately, have the planet hit the brakes for you. See, we're getting close to our PE, which is supposed to be our fastest point. But we're not getting faster, we're getting slower. For now. Our AP is dropping. It'll soon be on the... If it drops again by nearly as half as what it did last time. See, our total height, PE, is also dropping. Now when your PE starts getting lower than your actual flight plan, the AP will spin round because it becomes your AP, not your EP. So that's the lowest. The highest becomes the highest point. See, we're not enough to burn atmospheric burn properly, because this game doesn't seem to have atmospheric burning. I mean, we are still not quite in atmosphere. But our AP is dropping like a rock. And that's what we want. The slower that gets, the lower that gets, the slower we get on the return trip, on the way out. Our max speed going out is slower, which gives us less time to accelerate, which makes our APE slower. So we should be nearing the point of... Yeah, that's dropping, that's coming in nice. That's coming in nice. Now we're we're going to soon be leaving atmosphere again because we haven't slowed down enough. See, our altimeter is going up again. So we are on the journey out. However, we are still low enough to the ground that we are taking friction. When that stops, then it'll stop soon, stop loading soon because it's nearly back above 60,000. Or is it 70,000? We're nearly at anything above 80, I think you don't get slowage. See, we're losing atmosphere now. We're not getting enough friction, and that's stopped lowering. So we have hit atmospheric thing. So we've left the atmosphere. We'll go back up to 796, which is a far cry from the 1.6 we did last time. And it'll actually slow us down to 3 anyway, because it won't let us go above. The closer we get to the planet, it won't let us go as fast. Whee! So we are heading back towards that again. We should start slowing down about 5 minutes out. It's taken a long time to actually land on the planet. We've been at this for 11 days. Yeah, 3 times speed isn't too bad for the gate. Planetary. And we're still locked on that, because it's the same position we were last time. That's dropping. We went from 1.6 to immediately 800. And this time we're dipping even lower into the atmosphere. So it should slow us down even further. Second that AP stops getting high enough, or starts getting close to the PE, it's going to start swapping places, changing places, because that's going to be the height, the max height. That's fine by me, because that means we're going down to land. Going to drop another 4,000. If not lower, because we're actually getting a lot more friction. We start in that blue section. We're gonna get full atmospheric pressure on us, full air resistance, and that guarantees we're gonna slow to a stop. I can't believe we actually pulled it off. We had a hiccup or two because the game went wonky on us. But yeah, we have pulled it off. We have got to the moon, and in a very slow fashion and slow methodology. We don't need the RCSs, which is the monopropellant stuff, because the other stuff is held by the electrics. Is attached to the other system. SA system rather than the RCS. Yep, we're getting closer to this. I think it's less than 40. I think that's under the 40 range. But yeah, we got only 400,000 now. And we passed PE, which is actually chasing behind us. Because just getting out again is slowing us down. We're still slowing. And at this rate, we might actually... That AP is going to come... is going to start coming towards us. Because the time to reaching it is getting shorter. PE should soon disappear into the ground. the AP cannot be lower than your PE. They'll flip. When it gets to a certain stage, the two will flip positions. Because your AP cannot be lower than your PE. The PE is the lowest point you can go on an orbit. Lowest point of your orbit. The AP is the highest point. See, we are climbing. So, not gonna, I don't think we're going to get to the stage where we can, where we're going to come back to the ground just yet. But I think next orbit, we are not leaving atmosphere. Because we're almost at a measly 200 now, and we're almost at back to the 750, back to 60 again. About between 60 and 70. And our PE is getting lower. Because despite the fact we're climbing, we're slowing down. We should be soon, yeah, about 70, you'll stop getting air friction properly. Or as much anyway. And we'll exit. Atmosphere. Oh, there it goes. See, that won't let us go very fast because we're not that high up. There you go, to a measly 223. I mean, first rocket positions was great, 223, but for staying out of orbit, that's not that high. It is not that high off Kerbal. And we are coming back around again. It'd be nice if we hit the brakes there with like land 3 feet from the base. Hi! Going down. All those going much faster. Drops us to only measly 3 times because we are too low in the atmosphere now. And once more the AP is dropping like a rock. Yeah, it barely got past 200, it dropped from like 700 last time to 200. Or was it 300? It dropped a lot. It nearly half, it went over half its way, half. So, this time our PE is even lower. So we'll have even more atmospheric drag on us. Yeah, that's getting even lower now. That's dipping into the 30s, which I think puts us in the just in the blue. We're sub 30. Our AP is not going to be up there for very long. It's going to start coming chasing after us. Because we are still dropping. I think now's a good time to jettison our lower half. Now we're hitting blue again. See, this is really like heat flame going off this bit. I think that's 2 hours, but there you go, we've actually pulled it off. And I think less than 30,000 we can actually look at deploying our parachute. I think it's between 10 and 20 when it's safe to actually deploy the thing. But yeah, our height is only going to be to 30. Less than 30. Our weight is currently still working against us because we're way more than our drag is heavier than our, not heavier than our weight. So our pull is greater than the thing, but yeah, we are losing altitude. We are not leaving altitude. Our PE is disappearing and our AP is chasing us down. It's chasing after us. PE is gone. Our height is our current altitude is our highest height. Whee! So yeah, we are not. And even that's actually getting closer. It's actually coming towards us. If it weren't for the fact that parachute couldn't hold this weight, I'd say go for it, but it can hold this weight. Wow, we're feeling like 30,000 before we're actually in atmosphere? Huh. I thought that last bit was like only like 20k or something. Forget. Whee! Bye bye. I could have just done that before, but I was using like a heat shield, an extra heat shield. Yep, we're now at surface. Our speed is decreasing. We can't get back into this air if we try, even if we wanted to. We'll arm that shortly. Now we get to below 20 before we arm it. Potentially between and definitely below 1,000. Whee! Going down. We're coming into land, sir. That's great. What about parachutes? We didn't give them any. Why did we not give the pilots parachutes? Well, we didn't know they were going to come down, sir. We didn't want to waste the material. That's a fair point. Excellent. 20,000, only 900. Still going way too fast for actual safe landing. We should deploy our parachutes shortly. Like I said, I want to get under certain speed. What's the actual tolerance of these things? Parachute deployed. I need to close to 10k as possible. If something happens, I can cut it and I'll reset and redeploy. Please be a safe landing. I have literally gone across to the moon and back for this one. We are technically over the sea, not the ground. The ground will be rushing up to meet us faster. I did warn about putting extra parachutes on the side. But this has been the correct speed for the velocity for parachute deployment before, so it should be fine. Yay! We made it! We made it! Haha, we made it! Tim, we gotta go distance when we get down there. Oh, Ma! I'm on the moon! You're not on the moon, you're on Kerbin. I don't care. Is it a good time to tell you I can't swim? No? Why? Because we're going to water and I can't swim. It was going like, so wait. Will you get back in here? Yes, get back in here. No, I don't wanna. I don't wanna swim. You can, but you can't swim. I can learn. Not in about 5 seconds you gotta land. Okay, good point, I'm getting back in. So, you've decided not to learn to swim then? I didn't want to disappoint you guys. Smash down. We made it! We made it! We're here! We're on Kerbin! Man, I had to tidy up. We did it! We made it! We're home! Flight planning, baby. Flight report. Vessel landed. Recover the vessel, please. We've done it. We made it to the Mun. We made it to the Mun and Back, baby. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Yay, we've done it. That's it, folks. We pulled it off. We made it to the moon and back on one rocket. Multi-stage rocket, but on one thingy we made it back, and because we didn't have heat friction, worry about heat friction in this game, we didn't have to worry about the game exploding. So yay! So I shall let you go bask in my joyous moment for a little bit. I stretch, and then we'll swap games. Ba-ba-da-bum-ba-bum. Ba-ba-da-bum-ba-bum. Bum-bum-ba-ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum. Oh, and there's not hard to talk the program name. Ugh. Right, bum ba ba dum ba da bum flat right. Boo 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 ba doo ba doo doo doo. Ba ba da bum ba da bum ba bum. Doo 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 ba doo 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 doo. I can't believe we actually still managed it. I pulled off a great trick there. Yeah, no, it's a we. It's a collective we here. Well, a collective we. I think I've earned myself a victory snack tomorrow. What's better than one Kerbal Space program? Two Kerbal Space programs! This is the less well funded Kerbal Space program with a lot less money to play with. Also, I tested my plane design out on my own personal save the game. Save? Yeah. You can land the plane. I tried 3 attempts. You can do it with those first stage wheels, but it's very hard. We're talking like you have to be really, really slow. Like crawling speed. Because I hit it a measly 10 minute MS. Yeah. Practically a crawl. And they still broke. So, yeah. I think you have to take it at about 3 or 4. Now, however, the gears, the landing gears that we have on contract, if I remember correctly from last time, those things, on the other hand, can land at well over 10. Because they have suspension. It's just a suspension system. Bum 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 bum. So back to the poorly funded Streaming Inc. This is technically a Kerbal Space Program that's on the other side of the planet from the one that just took off. This one was started with paper mache. This building is actually made of some. It's actually cardboard. We couldn't afford concrete. We did, however, upgrade the fuse, so we got now a proper fuse. Yeah. Okay. So according to our mission control, we have 7 active contracts. Hammer one dead easy. We just need to take off a little bit and then go. When we try to go for the moon, we'll go take a little fleet and go pop, hammer and fire it off at that altitude. So fuel engine, again not a problem, that's one of the things we can actually afford. Decoupler, you need to splash down, so you need to sort of like jump, so you want to put that on a small rocket. Have it jump up, deploy parachute, splash, and then go bonk, and fire the decoupler off. Again, cheap and quick to do. This one, not so easy. However, we do have this. Use the run test option in the parts context menu. Flying. Again, this one. Fire a fleet. So we can actually get multiple at once. Want this, because dear God, we don't want to put these on. We don't actually have a structure that we can use to take its place. So they're too small. Boom, 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 boom. Now I like the fact that the new one they combine the two facilities in one facility. But it does lead to some problems when it comes to the snap thingy. Because these are two different modes. Short squat will be fine. We will not be high enough to activate the things on these. Where's the tail connector? There you go. Put tail connector on there. Still, we don't need them. See, I try to find the. Oh, I'm trying to find the sweat wing option, but they wouldn't. Oh, it is up. I thought it was lower. Boom, 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 boom. Now, according to its aerodynamics, that should be near center. Or it will be when I add the winglets to the front. I'm going to angle them down because I think it finds more stability. Don't know why, but it does. I also move them in a little bit because it looks a bit stupid like that. Much better. And we might potentially be able to get out in case of emergency. For what we want to do, we don't need a massive plane. Which is sad because these are the best gears going. Way better than that little tinky thing we got. I do like the tab option they put on the new one for the all the options, because that makes it so much easier to find what you're doing. There you go. You want these engines? Sure, they're here. You want the jet engines for the planes? Sure, they're here. Like, okay, that's well structured actually. You can figure out where everything is. Yeah, thrust should be quite nice and dead center here. Okay. We need a tail fin. One of, because I don't want. I want these on the back. Because they have little winglet thingies going up and down. Hopefully that'll work. If not, I mean, bother. Put something like that on. You need a little, oh no. You need the Elevons, so they make them go up and down. Hopefully that'll work. Well, it will work when I put the front wheel on, so it doesn't just, you know, grind its face into the floor. So you actually want the front to be lifted up higher so it forces the wing like that while it's taking off. Okay, who's going to get to pilot my plane? Not Jobadiah. I mean, it's a short flight, so this should, in theory, work fine. I should be able to land this. In career mode, you can lose kerbals. Well, they get hurt for a while and then they come back eventually. But you gotta get higher them and they're expensive. Also, we have a dirt track. Brakes. Our engines. Our field is a dirt track. We're not flying yet. Hopefully when the back will actually work. Need to work. Need to work. Anytime now. Come on, take off. Why am I still going down? Hey. That did.
I think something went wrong there with the plane. It didn't take off.
Okay, so these didn't work. Because they didn't give me any lift. Not sure why, but it's giving me some sort of lift. Nope, way too big. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why. This didn't actually pop out aliens. Also, I realized I didn't know this. And this, because quite frankly, what we're burning doesn't need that much, to be honest. And the mass thrust there. According to that, they are well. you actually detach from the plane, it still can't be attached. Go figure. Still, I'm a bit confused why we didn't actually take off. I mean, I thought I got it right this time. I mean, was it the angle of the things? I'll try the other ones. Yeah, even with only 50 feet, we still have a couple of minutes worth of thrust here. Time here before we actually run out of fuel. Okay, that like took off in like no time flat. Were those other things too bad? Not good or something? They were no good. Run test. Contract complete. Now, how can we get you to go? Valentina, we want to set the height record here. See, so looking at this projection for this thing, I'm not seeing us being able to get rocket ourselves 1,600 feet up. 1,600. Mostly because we're only 3k now, and we're already down. Our thrust is already down to 27. Even with double the engine, we still wouldn't get the necessary thrust to push us up that high route before we stalled. Eventually, we're going to soon start losing speed. The speedometer's not going up anymore, we're at full throttle. Now it's going down. At best, we'll climb another 6k up? 7 at push? But yeah, that's about as high as we're gonna get. We're going for a landing. Well, at least very slow, very soft crash anyway. Yeah, that's how you turn planes. You sort of roll them and then you lift. You try to turn them normally, you go split. Left and right is not the option here. Planes don't like going left and right. They go up and down. How you tell them where you want to go depends entirely on how much of an angle you want. You tilt them before you start going up and down. See, it also slow my back down so that it's not going to be rocketed too high when I start getting low. Only about 1,000 up, maybe less, before we hit the slow speeds. I'm hoping I'm going to fall straight to my own building here. bit like Light at the Moon, you want to be very careful how you're speeding. Your gears will only take so much strain. Yeah, I'm trying to hit this. Go a little faster so we hit the flat runway section. Flat hills rather than the... Come on. See? These guys handled. Turn the engine off. I should put a hotkey in for the engine shutdown. There you go. Parked. And that is how you land the plane. I know I went very quiet there, but I was actually panicking a little. I was going to crash. No. But yeah, that's landing a plane. It's dead easy. We didn't break anything, so the plane's actually coming back in practically mint condition. No XP gains, we didn't actually do anything fancy. But we did complete the assignment. That's all that matters. Let's see. Flight control? Nope. Advanced construction? Nope, nope, nope. Stability. Viability. Airplanes is there, unfortunately, with those two. Landing. It's kind of what we want. We want landing, so we have the small landing gears. Because current planes are rubbish. Yeah, we're still aiming for orbit curbing. Let's see. Nope, 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 nope. That would be useful. Parachute. Expires in a day. Well, that's trivial. That easy. And what we want to do is part of what we want to do, to be honest. Alright. Part of our mission statement was to use hammer and flee at certain altitudes. So also we have a swivel. Do we have a swivel? Yes, we do. Propellants. See, this is tells us propellants. It says this much and this much, but it doesn't actually tell you if it's above, in orbit, or out of orbit. And that just, I think it's ISP. So it's like 320 in vacuum. So I think it drains less than vacuum. I think. Swivel, check. Heat shield. If it's part of a mission, it'll be there. So radiator panel, that's not part of the mission. Heat shield, 6 point, that's not that one. I guess if we're going that, we need command pod. Because we need to actually hold the heat shield. My usual practice would be we use onion. Because it's a better pod. You are tiny. That's like putting a small blinking... a tiny piece of tissue paper so underneath it saying, there you go, that's your pair of underwear. So I'm gonna flee. Flying cabin. See, I do the planes, but that's nowhere near high enough for the plane. I'm gonna be using a hammer anyway, so... Decoupler, it wants to splash down. That's fine. Never said we had to actually deploy the... Actually, I'll save that for when I'm using the flea. I can do a small ship, fly a little bit high, fire the flea off at a slow speed, and then we'll... yeah, that'll be fine. We are using this guy's bumper, so we're gonna have a bit of punch going on here. Alright, we need decoupling because we want actual decouplers at work. Where are the controls? Oh, it's under here. Flame reaction wheel to help, control the ship a bit better. Parachutes, because we want to be landing this thing. You'll get an engineer report down here as they go. That's it, checklist. Show severity, that's about it. Parts, mass, size, height, width. Doesn't even take him thrust, to be honest. Oh! How long was that thing? Hold the phone? How long was that a thing? How long has that been sat there? Jesus Christ. Can't transmit science, that's fine, because I haven't got any science to transmit. At least not yet, anyway. I have a little... No, wait, I don't think I've got... No, I haven't got the big science piece yet. Anyway, need to stick in some fuel tanks, because these will not fly on what I've got. Swivel. Yep. See, this one up and down, the other one's like in and out. Parachute issues. What's the issue? Wheels attached. Good sign, but no we did find a parachute in the same separation stage. Make sure it's attached correctly. You know what? Just to be safe and to make you happy. Nope. Now it's happy. And this is actually incredibly safe to land now. I want to splash down so we can actually attach this bit properly. Maybe. So we're actually aiming for the moon. This one, we're fine to put in a little bit more fuel because we're going for a big money here. Required but not generated. I don't think we have anything like solar panels, do we? No. I could take off the radio ring for now. Till we have the science thing to make fuel. couplers. We only have the radial couplers, unfortunately, not my fave couplers. Still don't tell me the weight of that launched. No. Yeah, we had Thumper. I think the bigger one of the game in number 2 gives you the bigger ones. His big brother. Actually, I want a decoupler here on the bottom of him. We're going to put a thumper, a hammer, on the bottom here. Leave the mission statement, contract. What said we wanted a hammer. Let's flee, coupler, swivel, heat. Hammer, here we go. Flying, altitude 56,000. 62,000 at a speed of 210. Not sure how I should make that. I just realised I probably might not be able to get that speed. Being they're going that slow, these guys will be probably shooting off about 4 foul. A couple hundred foul. Close to 10. But, you know, you get what you get. We can't strap these guys in, unfortunately, and we have nose cones, which are these. Yes, we have spent 14k on the ship. Jebediah as pilot. Now this game you have to literally keep launching your guys in space in order to, you know, make them do stuff. You know what? I don't think we're going to actually be able to get this off, so I'm taking that off. That puts us just on parts, because our shipyard here can't hold more than 30 parts. We might have to lose these as well, because I want to put some science on this. I know people thinking, like, why then just put one thing on? It's like, yeah, I could do, but I kind of want the science for these. Well, hopefully that'll be alright. More power resources unused. Well, this guy does have a bit of a bump on it, so he'll be fine. I mean, I didn't actually need to put in 4 parachutes. I could actually go away with just 2. So I've gone overkill on the parachutes. See, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This one, which is sad. Tail over the ground in the water. See, this game has the air physics on it, so it goes and you get a little resistance. There's a button to show it, but it'll take a screenshot. No good. If they try to put these now, they just go and fail because they can't deploy this out like this. They have more resistance. Fireworks. Finally got everyone says when Saturn's bad. Yeah. Do you know what? We'll revert the flight back to launch bay. Launch, because I just said I wanted to stay on the flight pad. Normally they say launch and you gotta have it in space, but it's like, okay, just, test me on the pad. Run test. Down engine. That was it. Well, let's go for a ride. Let's go for a ride now. It's done that bit. Here we go through a quick little lean just to push us in the right direction for what we want to do. And pray to God we haven't messed ourselves up already. Some strange it does that. Yeah, I'd be happy if I was a little higher up. Don't know why it won't activate. Okay, our pulse is still going up. We have in this phase about 100 seconds more of burn time. Stretch out to 600, but that's about it. I mean, we're at Atmo, but not by much. I prefer this of being, another. See, at the moment, we can't tell him to go after the targeting zone because that's not a feature yet. He hasn't got the skill yet. So I gotta manually aim for these things, do the burn, and then keep a careful eyeball on what I'm looking at. Yeah, we haven't actually got a full orbit here, but we got as much as we can. But yeah, I'm not gonna have enough fuel for orbit. Burnt way too much trying to get off the ground. Yeah, I've got 20 seconds of burn left. That thing. Burn time 18. Oof. Okay, can we? How close we get for that? So we need at least burn time of 17 seconds to get what we consider an orbit of Kerbin. We mess up even a little bit, we are. No, we can just scrape that out a little bit more, because I won't have enough fuel to, proceed to do a. See, I need just enough linking fuel to hit the brakes and get back down again. Actually, no, I don't. Because we are nowhere near full thing. And I forgot to set burn going. Oops. my bad. You know what? At 21,000, 110,000, we are not going to be... It'll count as orbiting, because we'll hit the orbit. Oh, 87. Yep, that's fine. Contract, world first milestone, we have entered orbit. Hooray! We have lost him forever. Boo! Okay, so I need to rotate around the other direction. And when I hit this bit, just slam on the brakes as much as I can. If I can drop it under 80 in the 1 second of burn I've got, then we should be able to okay, this is going to be as much as we can, so that's fine. Okay, that's just ducky. We have achieved what we need, which is to get under 46,000, which is to get under 80, which means we'll be back into burning, atmospheric burn again. So while I was in space, and we're orbiting, not you, him. I want a crew port piece. While in space near Kerbin, well, that is in orbit Kerbin. I want to fall some points, you know. Observe the goo, see if we get any science whatsoever. This is where scientists help, because they actually increase the amount of science you get. That's why I want to launch the Onion, which have 2 people, so you can have, you know, science. Again, I have to manually keep control of the orbiting thing. Now we're going to use that engine for the most part to help keep our thing. So if we're going to be at 1, that's about 40, if that's 46, then this should... That's the best thing in this mode, to be honest. Fast, so that's fine. I just want to make sure I'm not shooting at this like 100 miles an hour in this section. Right. Now I want to turn back to slow down mode again. Now, strangely, these don't activate until in this one. You hit the parachutes early, and they won't activate. They won't actually deploy. They arm, but they don't deploy until the conditions are met. Again, we're going to be using atmospheric braking to actually get ourselves back down again. Might not even get achieved at the first. Yep, they won't let me go to that speed anymore because we are way too close to the atmosphere. It's strange because some of the rockets you just go only at about 400 miles an hour into the ground at high speed. Yep, that's decelerating because we are in orbit. We're getting atmosphere when we're getting drag. We are getting drag here, folks. Not much, but we are getting it. This is where it gets much better when you can actually select a retrograde orbit and all that. Well, it's fantastic because the computer does it itself. Whereas manual is a right bane of your life to try and keep this thing in orbit and correct. That's why stability is always on. Yeah, granted we're still doing it 2,000 miles an hour, but 2k here, but yeah, we are slowing down because we didn't have that much speed to begin with. Yep, our thing is dropping. Our pace is dropping, so is the minimum height being hit. Yeah, I should have a meter on this. Kevin's called the stupidity meter. I think that's the gauge of how when they'll do something stupid. Yeah, given the fact we have no fuel, we're going to soon see flares. Flames coming out the back of our backside because we are friction burning. We are going to land by using friction to make us go slower. Which is a trick and a half, but it's not a safe one. A safe one will be having a bit of fuel left to just shave off speed. Again, we are dropping slow. We are dropping up. Our AP is dropping like a rock. So is the PE. For that matter, they are both dropping quite nicely. And I go to speed. It's currently unsafe for these to launch. They won't like the speed. Or the height. But we should be... Yeah, we're now on fire stage. And if that's the stage we're at, it means that's what was missing from Coven 2. I just realised we don't lose these anyway because the data's not stored. Come on, little ship, you can do it. You're not really designed for this. Thankfully, engines get a lot of heat, but this thing's getting too hot soon. We're burning up. We have to just unload. No, we can't. We must keep the safety of cargo. Captain, the ship can't take it. Will we overland? Yep, that's the time we're now into full orbit. And that's what you see a meteorite swimming down. Whee! Yeah, our purpose is gone completely. We are coming down whether we like it or not. And we are using friction to burn off our engines. Where now we'll land? We need to change that. We're going down the desert somewhere. We'll slow down faster because this is better. Well, we also saw the science and the other things there. But they were going to explode anyway, so. Fine, these things have the material at the bottom that actually for heat resistance. Even if we do look like a meteorite right now. They're armed. If we can hit the requirements, they will deploy. We are coming down. We are coming down harsh. But not too bad, to be honest. That's where our reaction wheel's still above us. We actually have maximum torque for this. He's coming down like a meteorite, sir. I know that, Judson. I'm sure we like put out a parachute or something. They have one, sir. It's just not quite low enough to trigger it. I mean, we are going down regardless. It's just going to take us a while to get there. Oh look, we're actually near all the desert airfields. Yeah. $26K, we're going down. Oh. Whee! We should soon get rid of our flame effect. Because we're going under 1,000. These guys should soon go yellow. Not the right altitude for them, but we are, on the other hand, at the right speed. Yep. Low enough for them to trigger. Yep, and there goes that one. Just everything off. There's no difference, we are coming down slow. Or we're going to be coming down like a snail because we've got 4 parachutes. 3 would be sufficient. They actually deploy higher than the other one. They probably deploy 25. Last one doesn't deploy until. There he goes. We are going slow. I'll go there running at 4 times speed. We're traveling about 6, 5. Even our pods can withstand a 4, 5, 6, a 6 ms impact. Not hit anywhere near enough force. I'm tempted to jump out of the flag. Apparently our heat shield exploded.
I wasn't designed for land impacts, you know.
I can't test it. But we got the milestone, which should give it a big science boost. And give Jebediah some much needed experience. So to improve them up, you've got to do more and more bigger things with the guys. Yeah, I made some money back. I mean, not a lot, but made some. He's advanced to level 1. So Jebediah, as a level 1 pilot, now has the ability to do full vessel control. See, she's a pilot, but all she has is full vessel control and stability assist. He now, on the other hand, can do prograde and retrograde holds. So you can say, right, hold my orbit or retrograde position, and he'll hold orbit. He'll hold the ship at retrograde. Where everyone else is still stupid. It's a shame because Bill, the scientist, Bob the scientist here, would have made it very useful. Because we would have got way more science for that run. Apparently the heat shield... We need to test the heat shield on use the run test option. Huh. Okay. I know how to do that. Dead simple, dead easy. We use a flea. We use involving the hammer and the flea. We didn't splash down, so we couldn't test that one. So we need hammer and flea. The hammer wants us to be at 56,000 before it activates. Flea only wants it to be us at 43,000. So I'm going to make another command pod. Unfortunately, we're only going to have these landing gears. Not the best option, to be honest. That'll do what we want. Heat shield as well. And down. There's the plan for this. And not include using one singular landing gear to land on. Singular parachute will do the job, just ducky. Now, we need fleas and hammers. Ham wants to be the last one because he wants to be really high up. Flea only wants to be less height, so Hammer's on first. fleet. Yeah, see? We're making ourselves a little combi system here. However, stupidly enough, it's actually that engine we want first. Whether we get fleas done or we'll get hammer done. One or the other. Given this is a test flight, I'm not wasting Jebediah. We need a pilot. So yeah, the trick of this one is going to be that one fires first, gets us in speed and height and speed. Then we use the others. Huh. Okay, this was a bit of a fail. They don't permit. Okay, so that doesn't permit them to actually. It's the dumbest stuff going, but hey ho. I just don't want this engine attached. I need to get to a certain altitude, activate fleet, and then activate the other one. Because the other one wants to be higher up when it goes off. This again is probably the dumbest design going. There you go. Yeah, we didn't do anything. Okay, so fleas are going off instead. And we're nowhere near the height we need for this one. Okay, so that plan didn't work out well I hoped. It's being burnt through the fuel too fast. We didn't get anywhere near the benchmark for these things. 56 or 62. Do the speed and launch them. No. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, that one. I am anywhere near this altitude. Deploy landing gears? Hell, they were deployed already. Hopefully we'll slow down enough to actually stop something splat. Oh! Go you! Oh. Well, landed. Plans and chemicals flushed out. Whee! Oh, that flopped. That was a bit of a flop. That did not go to plan. It's also the end of the stream. That did not go to plan. Clean so that exploded. Yep. Get some money back. On the plus side, we're getting better. I mean, we definitely didn't do the flea one correctly. So that was a bit of a bind. That was a bust. Now, why can't I get any buildings right now? If I am going at the end of the stream, I can't get into buildings. I bugged us out. Ah! But that's when we come next time. We'll just be doing just Kerbal's normal curve space program because we already hit the moon in Kerbal 2, and we got orbital and Kerbal. This one, we need to be a little. I think we're a little more creative with our rocket in order to make certain it functions correctly for the splashdown part of the mission. Well, then again, it also the heat shield wants me to land. By the way, that's all for next time. So until then, I'll catch you all later. See ya.